Nothing. So he couldn't possibly have a good excuse for that, right? I have imagined hundreds of different scenarios with 100 different great last parting lines, and I have to tell you that I am actually very curious to see which way this is going to go.
Can we sit down?
No, you wanted to talk, so talk. What do you have to say to me?
I love you.
I know it's a lot to do, a lot to think about, a lot to stress about. Not really though. You feel me? Honestly, it ain't nothing to think about. It ain't nothing to stress about. Yeah, it's a lot to do. But, just remember, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that the past is the past. You know what I'm saying? Can't go back and change nothing from the past. And, you've already accepted your past. So, you know, your reality to now, the present, is ever changing, of course. But for every situation there is to think about, it is what it is in the present. Whatever that situation entails, whether it's something negative at the moment, whether it's something positive at the moment, it is what it is right now. The same way you can't go back and change the past, you can't change the present either. You can try to change your future. But this is more so just a reminder than anything else. Like, you are not at war with yourself because of the present. The present is what it is, and even if that present may be negative, even if that present may be something that induces stress upon you in your life and a place that you don't want to be at the time, in any situation or just in life in general, you are not at war with yourself. You are not at war with yourself. And the reason you are stressing right now, the reason you are thinking so much right now, why there's so many thoughts just rambling in your head, and there's no order, there's no consistency, there's no meaning to those thoughts, is because you are thinking in the later. You are thinking in the later. Like I said, the past is what it is. It's happened. The present is what it is. Yes, you can control it to a certain extent, but really controlling the present just means influencing the future. Even in the present, it is what it is. You can't change it directly in that second, in that moment, in the present. But the present isn't as bad as it seems to you right now. The reason the present is bad, the reason that you are feeling your mind become tired, feeling your body become tired, feeling your spirit become tired, is because you've been contemplating over the later. You've been contemplating over the quote-unquote future. Your future can be anything. There's endless possibilities. As long as you believe in every single possibility that this life has to offer, this life can offer countless, not countless, endless possibilities. There's nothing beyond you. There's nothing that you can't have. There's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't feel. There's endless possibilities out here, and as long as you keep yourself open to those possibilities, you never know what that future may be. And what makes the now so hard for me, and I believe for a lot of people, but I can really only speak for myself, is the perception of that now, especially if that now is negative in the moment, being what your future is going to be as well. And in those circumstances, in those cases where you are imagining a future in which you are experiencing a negative reality about a situation or just about life in general, that's when you become clouded. That's when you become misguided. That's when your energy starts to fade, because you are giving so much thought to this created reality that you've envisioned in your mind, that you aren't actually living in the moment. You created that reality for yourself. If something's going bad right now, if you're thinking about it going bad in the future, you've created a reality in the future to where that situation is going bad in the future. So not only are you dealing with that situation in your present, but you're also dealing with the reality of it being negative in the future. And I know you already know all this, bro, but like I said, bro, this just a reminder to myself, you know what I'm saying? And I guess to anyone else out there that can connect with this. But like I said earlier, there are endless possibilities, and you can't tie yourself down to one future. And honestly, to take it even a step further, you can't envision your future. Focus on the now. I know it's a lot to think about. I know it's a lot to stress about. Like I said, it's really not a lot to think about. It's not a lot to stress about. At the end of the day, in a base sense, in a broad sense, but on a smaller sense, yes, there's a lot of things to dive into, a lot of things to take a deep delve into and think about, but you'll never come to an answer beyond a broad sense, because like I said, there are endless possibilities, and you can't nitpick and pick out one possibility as your answer. Your answer has to be covered. Your answer has to be grounded on all sides. It can't be tested and crumble down, because that's when you as a person crumbles. When your answers crumble, when your principles and your morals crumble, that's when you crumble as a person. Answers aren't grounded, bro. Answers aren't grounded, and there's no need to search for an answer about what will be, about what is, when you already know what is. It is literally the present is the present. It's not hard to understand what the present is, because everything is happening in front of your eyes right now. But there's no need to stress and try to come to an answer about the future beyond the base sense. And that base sense is just for you to remember that there are endless possibilities, and there's so much that can happen. There is so much that you can do. There's so much that's out there waiting for you. Some things out there waiting for you. Someone is out there waiting for you. And if you just always keep yourself open to that and understand that on a broad sense about any situation, anything that you're thinking about, what's supposed to happen will happen. You don't need to stress about something not happening. You don't need to stress about you not connecting with someone. You don't need to stress about you not forging a relationship with someone, or moving on your relationship with someone to a new stage or anything, because all of those things will happen if they're meant to happen on their own, bro. It's not something that you need to think about. It's not something that you need to worry about. Just control what you can right now in the present. Make the moves that you feel are in your best interest, and as you keep yourself open to the endless possibilities that are out here for you, what's supposed to happen will happen, bro. And you can bet on that. You can count on that, And yeah, bro, there is so much to think about, but there's nothing to think about. So as you listen to this video, I want you to, again, take a breath from me. Just reset. Let yourself just be in a state of simply being, just for a little bit. Yes, you can tune in, tap back into reality. You can get back to thinking about what you're thinking about. You can get back to doing whatever you're doing, making the things happen that you need to make happen. But just for a little bit, while you feel spiritually and mentally drained, just take a second to sit down and, care for yourself. Rid yourself of all the extra baggage for a second. You can take it back on. It's not a problem. But rid yourself of it for a little bit. Take some time, and once you take that baggage back on, whenever you get to a point where you feel like you need to take another break, or you need to take another breather, or you need to stop for a little bit and, just reset. Just turn this video back on. And yeah, I'm gonna be here for you. I gotta be here for myself. And for anyone else out there who might be listening to this, of course, if this can connect with you, here for you too. But yeah, just be.